The vast expanse of space stretched endlessly before the diplomatic vessel US Horizon as it approached the shimmering blue-green world of Zephyria. Captain Jake Morrison stood on the bridge, watching the alien planet grow larger on the viewscreen. After months of careful negotiations through long-distance communications, humanity was finally making direct contact with the Zephyrian species. Dr. Lisa Carter adjusted her tablet nervously as she reviewed the cultural briefings one final time. As the expedition's lead xenobiologist, she would be responsible for the first face-to-face interactions with an entirely new form of intelligent life. The pressure felt enormous, knowing that her words and actions could shape the future of human relations. Captain, we're receiving an incoming transmission from the Zephyrian delegation, announced Communications Officer Ryan Brooks from his station. His voice carried a mixture of excitement and uncertainty that everyone on the bridge shared. "Put it through, Ryan," Captain Morrison replied, straightening his uniform as the main screen flickered to life. The image that appeared took everyone by surprise. Instead of the formal diplomatic chamber they expected, they found themselves looking at what appeared to be a garden filled with crystalline structures that chimed softly in harmonious tones. Small figures moved gracefully among the crystal formations, their iridescent blue skin catching the light of their sun. A particularly petite figure stepped forward, barely reaching for feet in height, even by human standards. Her large, expressive eyes sparkled with what could only be described as delight, and when she spoke, her voice carried a melodic quality that seemed to resonate through the ship's speakers like wind chimes in a gentle breeze. "Greetings, honored humans of the vessel Horizon," she said, her words carefully pronounced but carrying an accent that made them sound almost musical. "I am Ambassador Kira of the Zephyrian Council, and I bring wonderful news for your delegation." Dr. Carter stepped forward, offering the traditional diplomatic greeting they had rehearsed. "Ambassador Kira, we are honored to meet you. I am Dr. Lisa Carter, representing the United Earth Sciences Division. We look forward to establishing peaceful relations between our species." Ambassador Kira's expression brightened even further. If such a thing were possible. She clasped her small, delicate hands together in what appeared to be excitement. "Dr. Carter, your timing is perfect. The Council has completed our extensive study of human behavioral patterns, and we have developed the perfect solution to ensure successful cooperation between our peoples." Captain Morrison exchanged glances with Dr. Carter, both wondering what kind of solution the aliens might have devised. Their previous communications had been straightforward diplomatic exchanges about trade, technology sharing, and peaceful coexistence. "We have observed through your transmissions, entertainment broadcasts, and cultural data that humans suffer greatly from a condition we have identified as companionship dependency." Ambassador Kira continued, her tone filled with genuine concern. "Your species appears to require constant pair bonding to function at optimal levels. We have seen evidence of this in your divorce statistics, your dating applications, and your romantic entertainment media." Dr. Carter felt a growing sense of confusion as she tried to process what the ambassador was saying. "I'm not sure I understand, Ambassador Kira. Could you elaborate on what you mean by companionship dependency?" The small alien nodded enthusiastically, her movements graceful and fluid. "Of course. We have documented that humans experience severe emotional distress when separated from mates, leading to decreased productivity, poor decision-making, and general unhappiness. Your own cultural products consistently show humans seeking partners with desperate urgency. Therefore, Ambassador Kira announced with obvious pride, the the Zephyrian Council has implemented the Harmony Protocol. We have carefully selected compatible partners from our population to pair with each member of your delegation. This will ensure that your humans can function at peak efficiency during our negotiations. The bridge fell silent as the implications of her words sank in. Dr. Carter stared at the cheerful alien ambassador, trying to process what she had just heard. Dr. Carter, Ambassador Kira continued with a radiant smile. You have been specifically assigned to me as your Harmony partner. I am so excited to begin our bonded relationship and help alleviate your species' chronic loneliness condition. Dr. Lisa Carter felt her face flush with embarrassment as she struggled to find the right words to respond to Ambassador Kira's enthusiastic announcement. The small alien's genuine smile and obvious excitement made the situation even more awkward, as it was clear that the Zephyrians believed they were offering a generous and thoughtful solution to what they perceived as a serious human problem. Communications. Officer Ryan Brooks quickly stepped forward, his diplomatic training kicking in, as he attempted to navigate the delicate situation. Ambassador Kira, we deeply appreciate the Zephyrian Council's concern for our well-being. However, I believe there may be some misunderstanding about human social structures and our need for companionship. Ambassador Kira tilted her head slightly, her large eyes reflecting genuine curiosity rather than offense. Please explain, Officer Brooks. Our research teams have spent considerable time analyzing your cultural transmissions. We have documented extensive evidence of human distress when separated from bonded partners. Ryan glanced at Captain Morrison, who nodded encouragingly. Well, Ambassador, while humans do value relationships and companionship, we don't actually require constant pairing to function effectively. Many humans live fulfilling lives as individuals, and our professional relationships are typically separate from our personal romantic connections. The ambassador's expression grew more concerned rather than relieved. She gestured to something off-screen, and moments later, several other Zephyrians appeared, carrying what looked like crystalline data tablets that chimed softly as they moved. But Officer Brooks, Ambassador Kira said gently, our analysis shows that 50% of human pair bonds end in dissolution, causing significant emotional trauma. Your entertainment media consistently portrays humans desperately seeking romantic partners, often going to extreme lengths to avoid being alone. We have observed dating applications with millions of users, all seeking to escape their solitary state. Dr. Carter realized that the aliens had interpreted human dating, culture, and romantic media as evidence of species-wide psychological dependency. Their well-meaning analysis had led them to conclude that humans were fundamentally incapable of happiness without constant companionship. Ambassador Kira, Dr. Carter said carefully, while humans do enjoy relationships and companionship, our entertainment media often exaggerates emotional situations for dramatic effect. Many humans choose to be single and live very happy, productive lives. The small alien's brow furrowed with what appeared to be deep concern. Dr. Carter, are you suggesting that humans deliberately choose isolation despite the obvious psychological harm it causes? This seems inconsistent with your species' apparent intelligence and survival instincts. Captain Morrison stepped forward, recognizing that they needed to address this misunderstanding before it affected the entire diplomatic mission. Ambassador, perhaps we could explain how human social structures actually work. In our society, individuals can form various types of relationships, friendships, professional partnerships, family bonds, and yes, romantic connections, but none of these are mandatory for psychological health. Ambassador Kira exchanged rapid, musical communications with her fellow Zephyrians. Their language sounded like a complex symphony of chimes and harmonious tones. After several minutes, she turned back to the human delegation with an expression of polite confusion. "Captain Morrison, we appreciate your explanation, but our data suggests otherwise. We have observed that humans in isolation frequently develop what you call depression and anxiety. Your own medical literature documents the negative health effects of loneliness. How can you claim that solitude is acceptable when your own research proves its harmful effects?" Dr. Carter began to understand the depth of the misunderstanding. The Zephyrians had accurately observed that humans were social creatures who could suffer from isolation, but they had interpreted this as meaning humans required constant pairing rather than simply needing social connection in general. "Ambassador Kira," she said gently, "you're correct that humans are social beings who need connection with others. However, that connection can come from many sources: friends, family, colleagues, communities. We don't need to be paired with one specific individual to be happy and healthy." The ambassador's expression brightened slightly, though confusion still lingered in her large eyes. "So you are saying that humans require multiple simultaneous bonds rather than single-pair bonding? This is even more complex than we anticipated. The Harmony Protocol will need significant adjustment to accommodate multiple partnership assignments for each human." Captain Morrison and Dr. Carter exchanged helpless glances, realizing that their explanation had only made the situation more complicated rather than resolving the fundamental misunderstanding about human social needs. Dr. Lisa Carter sat in her quarters aboard the EU's Horizon, staring out at the swirling colors of the Zephyrian atmosphere. The ship was busy preparing for the first in-person meeting with the alien delegation, but her mind was elsewhere. She thought about her best friend, Mia, who had moved away to another city several months ago. Since the move, they had drifted apart, and Lisa felt the distance between them growing every day. Mia had always been there for Lisa through thick and thin. They had shared countless late-night talks, laughter, and dreams about the future. But now, with Mia living so far away, it felt as if their connection was slipping through her fingers like sand. Lisa missed her friend deeply and wanted to reach out, but she didn't know how to bridge the growing gap as she sat lost in thought. Ambassador Kira knocked gently on the door, her small figure illuminated by the soft glow of the room's lights. "Dr. Carter, may I enter?" she asked, her voice cheerful and melodic. "Of course." "Ambassador Kira," Lisa replied, forcing a smile as she turned to greet her. "What brings you here?" "I wanted to discuss our upcoming meeting and ensure that all preparations are in place," Kira said, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "But I also sensed that something was troubling you. Is there anything you would like to talk about?" Lisa hesitated, unsure if she should share her feelings with the alien ambassador. But Kira's genuine concern and warmth encouraged her to open up. "I've been thinking about my friend Mia. She moved away, and I feel so distant from her. Now, I miss her a lot, but I don't know how to reconnect." Kira tilted her head thoughtfully, her expression shifting to one of empathy. "I understand. You feel a sense of loss because your bond with Mia has changed. In my culture, we value the connections we make, just as humans do. When a bond weakens, it can cause sadness." Lisa nodded, surprised by how much Kira understood. "Exactly. I want to reach out to her, but I'm not sure if she would even want to talk to me after all this time." Ambassador Kira stepped closer, her large eyes filled with kindness. you should not underestimate the power of reaching out. Humans thrive on connection, and taking the first step can often lead to unexpected outcomes. In Zephyrian culture, we believe in the importance of harmony and communication. Perhaps you can use those principles to reconnect with Mia. What do you mean? Lisa asked, intrigued. Consider sending her a message that clearly expresses your feelings, Kira suggested. Share your memories, your thoughts, and how much you value your relationship. You could also ask her how she is doing and what her life is like now. Show her that you care and that you want to be part of her journey, even from a distance. Lisa felt a spark of hope ignite within her. You're right, I should let her know that I'm thinking of her. I'll tell her about my experiences. Here with you and as Zephyrians, she would love to hear about that. Kira beamed with approval. That is an excellent idea. Sharing your experiences will help bridge the emotional gap you feel. It may remind her of the strong bond you once had. She may also be feeling distant and would appreciate hearing from you. Encouraged by Kira's words, Lisa felt excitement replacing her sadness. She grabbed her tablet and began composing a message to Mia. She wrote about their shared adventures, how much she missed their late-night talks, and how she had been thinking about her since moving. She included details about the alien delegation and her hopes for future cooperation between humans and Zephyrians. I'm going to send this now, Lisa said, her heart racing. I want her to know that our friendship still matters to me. Kira watched with unyielding support. That is courageous, Dr. Carter. Just remember that no matter the outcome, taking this step shows your strength and willingness to reconnect. With a deep breath, Lisa hit the send button. As the message flew off into the digital ether, she felt a wave of relief wash over her. It was just a small step, but it was one filled with hope and determination. Thank you, Ambassador Kira, Lisa said, smiling brightly. You've given me the courage to reach out, and I believe it will help me reconnect with Mia. Kira smiled back, her iridescent skin shimmering under the soft lights. You are not alone in this journey, Dr. Carter. Just as I am learning from you, you too can learn from your connections. Each step you take toward reconnection is a step toward harmony and understanding. As they stood together, Lisa felt a renewed sense of purpose. The distance between her and Mia felt a little smaller now. She realized that reaching out was not just about bridging a gap. It was about nurturing the bond they had built over the years. With hope in her heart, she looked forward to the possibilities that lay ahead. Several days passed since Dr. Lisa Carter had sent her heartfelt message to her best friend, Mia. Each day felt like an eternity as she anxiously checked her tablet, hoping for a reply. With each empty notification, her heart sank a little deeper. Lisa couldn't shake the feeling of distance that had grown between them since Mia had moved away. It felt as if a thick wall had risen between their lives, separating them even more. Meanwhile, the UES Horizon continued its mission on Zephyr, where Lisa was learning about the alien culture and forming new bonds with Ambassador Kira and other Zephyrians. They had shared many moments of laughter and understanding, which reminded her of the friendship she had with Mia. But still, she missed her friend deeply. One evening, as Lisa was preparing for a meeting with Kira, she received a notification. On her tablet, her heart raced as she opened the message. It was from Mia. Hey, Lisa, I'm so sorry I've been distant. Things have been a bit chaotic since I moved. I miss you so much. I loved your message about the aliens. Can you tell me more? I'd love to hear everything. A wave of relief washed over Lisa. Her fingers trembled with excitement as she quickly typed a reply. "Mia, I'm so glad to hear from you. I miss you too. I'd love to tell you all about my experiences here. The Zephyrians are amazing." As she typed, Lisa felt a warmth spreading through her chest. She remembered the countless times she and Mia had shared their dreams and adventures, and now she had the chance to reconnect. She took a deep breath and began to share everything. She had learned about the Zephyrians, their culture, their music, and how they communicated through harmonious sounds. After sending the message, Lisa felt a sense of hope blooming within her. She realized that just as she had been learning to connect with the Zephyrians, she could also reconnect with Mia. The principles of communication and understanding that she had been exploring with the aliens could apply to her friendship too. A few hours later, Mia replied again. "Wow, Lisa, this sounds incredible. I can't believe you're meeting aliens. I wish I could be there with you. Tell me more about Ambassador Kira." Lisa smiled as she read Mia's message. She quickly shared stories about Kira's personality and how she had encouraged Lisa to reach out to her. She described Kira's enthusiasm for learning about human emotions and how she had helped Lisa find the courage to reconnect with Mia. With each word, Lisa felt the distance between her and Mia shrink. The more she wrote, the more she remembered how much they had shared and how important their friendship was. Days turned into a week, and Lisa and Mia exchanged messages frequently. They talked about everything from the Zephyrians to their personal lives. Lisa learned that Mia was settling into her new job and even making new friends, but she still missed the bond they had. Meanwhile, Lisa shared her experiences aboard the UES Horizon and how she was growing closer to Kira and the Zephyrian team. One day, while sitting with Ambassador Kira in the ship's observation deck, Lisa excitedly shared the latest updates. "From Mia, she told me she's making new friends, but she still misses our talks. I think our messages are bringing us closer together." Kira smiled, her eyes sparkling with genuine happiness. "That is wonderful to hear, Dr. Carter. You have shown great bravery in reaching out, and it seems that your bond is strengthening. As a result, communication creates harmony, whether between humans or between species." As they talked, Lisa felt a deep sense of gratitude for Kira's support. The alien ambassador had shown her that true connections could be nurtured and that distance didn't have to mean the end of a relationship. Later that week, as Lisa prepared for a video call with Mia, she felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. She hadn't seen her friend's face in so long. When the call connected, Mia's familiar smile lit up the screen, and Lisa felt a rush of joy. "Hey, there you are," Mia exclaimed, her voice filled with warmth. "I've missed you so much." "I've missed you too," Lisa replied, her heart swelling with happiness. "I can't believe how much I've learned about aliens, and I can't wait to share it all with you." As they talked and laughed, Lisa realized that the distance between them was no longer a barrier. The walls that had once felt so thick were now crumbling, replaced by bridges of understanding and love. In that moment, Lisa felt hopeful. Just as she was learning to connect with the Zephyrians, she was also reconnecting with Mia. It was a reminder that no matter the distance, true bonds could endure and grow stronger with effort and communication. As the call continued, Lisa knew that their friendship would always find a way to thrive, no matter where life took them. As the days continued to pass aboard the UES Horizon, Dr. Lisa Carter felt a renewed sense of joy. Her friendship with Mia was blossoming once again through their messages and video calls. They shared stories and laughter, and Lisa felt more connected to her best friend than she had in months. Yet, deep down, she still worried about the distance that separated them physically. One evening, Lisa sat in her quarters, scrolling through photos on her tablet. She came across an old picture of her and Mia at the beach, sunbathing and laughing as the waves crashed around them. The memories flooded back, reminding her of the carefree days they had shared. She sighed, feeling a pang of longing. "Ambassador." "Kira," she called out, hoping to find support in her new friend. The Zephyrian ambassador entered the room, her iridescent skin glowing softly in the dim light. "Dr. Carter, how can I assist you?" Kira asked, her melodic voice filled with curiosity. "I was just looking at this photo of my friend, Mia. It reminds me of how much I miss her," Lisa replied, her voice tinged with sadness. "Even though we've been talking more, I still feel like there's a distance between us that I can't quite bridge." Kira stepped closer, her large eyes filled with empathy. "I understand how you feel. Your connection with Mia is important, and it is natural to worry about the changes that distance brings. But remember, the bonds we form can adapt and grow, just as you have with me and the Zephyrian team." Lisa nodded, appreciating Kira's perspective. "You're right. It's just hard sometimes. I want to do something special to show Mia that our friendship still matters, even from far away." Kira thought for a moment, her eyes sparkling with ideas. "Perhaps you could create a special project together. In Zephyrian culture, we often celebrate our relationships through shared creativity. You could work on something meaningful, even while being apart." "That's a great idea," Lisa exclaimed, her heart racing with excitement. "But what kind of project could we do?" "Consider starting a joint digital scrapbook," Kira suggested. "You can each contribute photos, memories, and reflections on your lives. This way, you create something together, even from different places. It will remind you both of your strong bond." Lisa loved the idea. She imagined a colorful scrapbook filled with their memories, adventures, and dreams for the future. It would be a testament to their enduring friendship, no matter the distance. After discussing the idea with Kira, Lisa wasted no time. That evening, she sent a message to Mia, sharing the new project idea. "Hey, Mia, I was thinking we could create a digital scrapbook together. We can add photos, stories, and anything else that reminds us of our friendship. What do you think?" As usual, Mia replied quickly. "That sounds amazing, Lisa. I'd love to do that. Let's start right away." The excitement bubbled within Lisa as they began to work on their scrapbook. They exchanged photos and notes, each one filled with laughter and memories. Lisa sent a picture of their beach day, while Mia shared a new photo of her exploring her new city. With each addition, they felt the distance between them shrank. In the following days, the scrapbook became a colorful collection of their shared experiences. They included inside jokes, quotes from their favorite movies, and even snippets about their hopes and dreams. The process of creating it together reminded Lisa of the deep connection they had always shared. One evening, as they both worked on the scrapbook during a video call, Mia looked at Lisa with heartfelt sincerity. "You know, I really appreciate this. I was afraid we would lose touch when I moved, but this project is reminding me how strong our friendship is." Lisa smiled, her heart swelling with warmth. "I was scared too, but this is proof that distance doesn't have to mean losing each other. We can adapt and find new ways to stay connected." As they continued to work together, Lisa realized that their friendship was not just surviving, it was thriving. The distance that once felt like a barrier was now a bridge, connecting their lives in a new way. Ambassador Kira's words echoed in Lisa's mind. bonds can adapt and grow. They had created something beautiful together, reminding them of their shared love and support. The scrapbook project became a symbol of hope, a testament to the idea that even across miles, true friendship could flourish and thrive. Lisa felt empowered by this realization and knew that as long as she and Mia were willing to reach out and connect, they would always find a way back to each other, no matter the distance. The digital scrapbook that Dr. Lisa Carter and her best friend, Mia, had been creating together became a cherished project for both of them. With each photo, memory, and heartfelt message, they were not just reconnecting, they were redefining their friendship in a way that transcended the physical distance between them. Lisa felt a sense of hope growing stronger with every entry they added. One rainy afternoon, as Lisa sat in the observation deck of the UES horizon, she opened the scrapbook to see what Mia had added recently. The page was filled with vibrant photos of Mia's adventures in her new city, pictures of her exploring local parks, visiting art galleries, and even trying out new recipes in her kitchen. Each image was accompanied by little notes that captured her excitement and joy. "This is amazing," Lisa said to herself, smiling as she clicked through the pages. It felt as if Mia were right there beside her, sharing those moments in real time. Inspired, Lisa decided to add a new page to the scrapbook dedicated to their dreams for the future. She began to write, "Mia, I want us to always have big dreams, even if we're far apart. Let's promise to travel together someday. Where should we go first? I think it would be incredible to visit the mountains or explore a new country. What do you think?" After sending the message, Lisa felt a surge of excitement. She hoped Mia would feel the same way. A few minutes later, Mia replied, her enthusiasm evident in her words. "I love that idea. Let's make it happen. I've always wanted to see the mountains. We could have an adventure like we used to." As they continued to exchange ideas about their future adventures, Lisa realized that their friendship was evolving. It was no longer just about reminiscing on the past, but about building a new relationship based on shared dreams and goals. The distance that had once felt daunting now seemed like a challenge they could overcome together. One evening, as Lisa prepared for another video call with Mia, she felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. They had planned to discuss their scrapbook and their dream adventures in more detail. When the call connected, Mia's smiling face appeared on the screen, and Lisa felt her heart swell with happiness. "Hey, Lisa, I've been thinking about our travel plans. How about we pick a date for our first trip?" Mia suggested, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "That sounds perfect. How about next summer?" Lisa replied, her mind racing with possibilities. "We could save up and plan everything together. It could be our big reunion." Mia nodded eagerly. "Yes, I can't wait. We can start making a list of all the places we want to visit and things we want to do. This is going to be so much fun." As they brainstormed ideas, Lisa felt a sense of renewed hope. She realized that even though they were physically apart, they could still create meaningful experiences together. They began planning their trip, discussing everything from hiking trails to local foods they wanted to try. Each idea brought them closer, and the excitement of their future adventure filled the space between them. Later that week, Lisa was sitting with Ambassador Kira, who had been a source of support and wisdom throughout her time aboard the UES Horizon. Lisa shared her experiences with Mia, including their plans for the future. "Ambassador Kira, I feel like this scrapbook project has changed everything for me and Mia. We've gone from feeling distant to making plans for our future together," Lisa said, her voice filled with enthusiasm. Kira smiled, her eyes sparkling with understanding. "That is wonderful, Dr. Carter. You have embraced the power of communication and creativity, which has transformed your relationship. It is a true testament to the resilience of bonds." "You're right," Lisa replied, feeling a deep sense of gratitude for Kira's guidance. "I realize now that relationships can evolve and adapt, just like our understanding of each other. We're learning to connect in new ways, and it feels amazing." As their conversation continued, Lisa's heart brimmed with hope. She knew that no matter how far apart they were, she and Mia would always find a way to stay connected. Their relationship was not limited by distance. It was strengthened by their commitment to reach out, share experiences, and support each other's dreams. The following weeks flew by as Lisa and Mia continued to refine their scrapbook and plan their adventure. Each message exchanged was filled with laughter, dreams, and love. They were no longer just two friends separated by distance. They were two adventurers preparing for a beautiful journey ahead. In that moment, Lisa understood that true friendship is not defined by physical proximity, but by the effort put into nurturing those bonds. With hope in her heart and a clear vision for their future, she felt ready to embrace whatever came next. Their friendship was not just surviving, it was thriving, and that gave Lisa the strength to face anything life had to offer. The day had finally arrived for Dr. Lisa Carter and her best friend Mia to reunite after months of living in different cities. They had spent weeks planning their first adventure together, and both were filled with excitement and anticipation. They had chosen the mountains as their destination because they had always dreamed of hiking the trails and enjoying nature together. As Lisa prepared for the trip, she reflected on how far their friendship had come since Mia moved away. After feeling distant and uncertain, they had turned their relationship around through their digital scrapbook project. The process of sharing memories, dreams, and laughter had brought them closer than ever. Now, with a bright outlook for their adventure ahead, Lisa felt a sense of hope that their bond would continue to grow. On the morning of the trip, Lisa woke up early, her heart racing with excitement. She packed her backpack with all the essentials: hiking boots, snacks, and, of course, their scrapbook, which she wanted to show Mia in person. After a quick breakfast, she headed to the train station where they had planned to meet. When Lisa arrived, she spotted Mia waiting at the platform, her face lighting up with joy as she saw Lisa approaching. "You made it," Mia exclaimed, running to give her a warm hug. "I can't believe we're finally together." "I know, it feels like it's been forever," Lisa replied, grinning from ear to ear. They both laughed, a sound that echoed through the station, filling the air with warmth and familiarity. As they boarded the train, Lisa felt a wave of happiness wash over her. They settled into their seats, and the train began to move. With each passing mile, the city landscape transformed into rolling hills and green valleys. They talked about everything: their lives, their experiences, and the memories they had added to the scrapbook. Lisa couldn't help but feel grateful for the journey they had taken to get to this moment. "Remember when we used to dream about going on adventures like this?" Mia said, looking out the window at the beautiful scenery. "I can't believe we're finally doing it." "Me too. It's amazing how we turned things around after I felt so distant from you," Lisa replied. "I was really worried about losing our friendship when you moved away, but I'm so glad we found a way to reconnect." Mia nodded, her expression serious yet warm. "I felt the same way. But you reaching out and creating that scrapbook meant the world to me. It reminded me that our friendship is strong, no matter where we are." As they chatted, the train ride flew by, and before they knew it, they had arrived at the mountain base. The fresh air and beautiful views filled their hearts. With excitement, they grabbed their backpacks and made their way to the trailhead, ready for the adventure of a lifetime. The hike began with a gentle incline, and they quickly fell into an easy rhythm, chatting and laughing as they walked. The trail was surrounded by tall trees that whispered in the wind, and the sun peeked through the leaves, casting dappled shadows on the ground. With every step, Lisa felt the distance between them disappear completely as they reached a viewpoint overlooking a stunning valley. They paused to take it all in. The sight was breathtaking, and they stood in silence for a moment, soaking in the beauty of nature and their friendship. "I can't believe we made it," Mia said, her eyes wide with wonder. "This is incredible." "It truly is," Lisa replied, feeling a sense of peace wash over her. "And to think we almost let distance get in the way of this moment." Mia smiled softly. "We learned that our friendship can adapt. We found ways to stay connected, even when it felt hard. I'm so glad we fought for it." "Me too," Lisa said, pulling out the scrapbook from her backpack. "I wanted to share this with you in person. It's a collection of our memories and dreams, and I want us to keep adding to it as we go on more adventures together." As they flipped through the pages, laughter and joy filled the air again. They reminisced about their favorite memories and made plans to create new ones. Each page turned brought back cherished moments, reinforcing their bond with renewed hope and a shared commitment to their friendship. Lisa and Mia continued their hike, exploring new trails and taking photographs. They talked about their dreams for the future and how they would support each other no matter where life took them. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Lisa and Mia realized that their journey together had only just begun. The distance that once felt like a barrier had transformed into a bridge connecting their hearts. Their friendship was not just surviving, it was thriving, filled with hope and adventure. In that moment, Lisa knew that no matter where life led them, they would always find a way to reconnect and support each other. Together, they stepped forward into the new horizons of their lives, ready to embrace whatever adventures awaited them.